Hey everybody, welcome back to turn 12 of the Rebels in the White House scenario. Early's 1864 raid on the Washington area. Okay, so they say the third time's the charm. I have tried to do this video twice before, and for both times I've managed to prematurely end the video, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes into it. It's kind of aggravating, and I've already told myself, if I don't get it done on this attempt, then it isn't meant to be. I'll hang it up and go do something else today. So anyways, the situation is this. It's turn 12 of 19. The rebels own Frederick County. They've been sitting in Frederick for a little bit after a stressful battle to take the city. To get the smallest level of victory, the Rebs need 160 victory points. They're currently at 87, and like I said, it's turn 12 of 19. So we're going to try to make this work on the third attempt. If not, then I'll go, I don't know, go do something else. All right, so let's roll 2 dice for random events. I'm going to whip through this because I've already done it twice before this morning. Here we go. 2 dice for random events. It's a 10, and 10 is Confederate command paralysis. Okay, that's interesting. Both times before I got heat, but that's fine. Let me see what I can do here. Command paralysis for the... I'm going to go find the actual marker. That turn markers. There it is, CSA command paralysis. We'll put that right there and see if we can make this work here. All right, so Harper's Ferry phase, no. Reinforcement phase, yeah, let's do the West Virginians first. So the West Virginia roll is really easy for the second increment. It's basically, you want to roll a 1, 2, 3. So you got a 50% chance. Here we go, here's the roll, 1, 2, or 3. They roll a 2, so it's going to happen, and it is actually, it's Tibbetts, Winecoop, and Duffy, and we're going to go to the northwest corner of the maps real quick, put them on. And that's going to be Runners Ferry, 3 hexes, 1, 2, 3 away from there. Okay, good. Now let's do the AOP. We'll roll 2 die. And they come up with a 9, and that's interesting because they have to get 13. However, their 2 modifiers are going to cancel each other out. What are the 2 modifiers? Well, they take the manpower strength of the units they've already received, which is 22, divide by 3, and that is a -7. And then they get a +7 for the rebels owning Frederick West. So those 2 modifiers cancel each other out, and the rolled value of 9 is not enough to warrant them more units. I will go in here, however, and put Ferrero on the city point hex. Unfortunately, you can't see that at home, but I just did that. And now we move along here. I know there's going to be no leader transfers because I've already looked at this twice before. Lead transfers, no railroad repair phase attached. We go right to action cycle. So let's go ahead and do this. Action cycle. The union, we roll for and the union is the first of 2 numbers. Here we go. 6-5. The union wins a net. Let me just check my volume here. Nothing's worse than making a video and find out yet your volume wasn't on. Okay, so now let me go all the way over here to like Ellicott Mills. Now a viewer had mentioned, hey man, why don't you use your Union railroads? And I'm like, that's a damn good idea. So what we're going to do is, like, I can't go back in time and make it happen, but we can move forward with railroads. So we're going to activate Russell and Wright fatigue, and they're going to roll for movement, 1 die. So they get 3, and that is enough to get them into Ellicott Mills. 1, 2, 3, and a die roll, 2 die. It's 6-4. Union wins this. Now Wright is going to go ahead and embark, which is going to cost them a fatigue. So they have embarked at Ellicott Mills, which is there's a rail station there, and a die roll. Okay, so the Rebs win this, and let's go look at things from their perspective, if we may. The Rebs have this issue going on. Now, you can see that Breckenridge's boys are in the greater Frederick area, and that's not bad, but they need to move on now. And Early has a problem. And what is that problem? Rhodes' supply status. All the Confederates have a pretty good supply situation going on, except for Mr. Rhodes. He spent the whole game in supply hell. They can't resolve it. I don't know what's going on, but as you can see, the Union is kind of closing in on them over here. You have Sullivan coming down. He's right up here. You got Cav all around them, and Getty's over here. So who knows what could happen? So they're going to go ahead and activate. Early's going to activate Ramsor. They're going to go to 1. Rhodes goes to 1. Now remember, this is Confederate paralysis. Let's see what that actually means. You take 1 from each of your infantry, 2 from your movement allowance of cavalry. Okay, that's basically all it is. So here it is, 1 die plus 2. They get to go 4. Take away 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. And Early and Ramsor 1, 2, 3. All right, so they're moving away, and with the hopes that Imboden and Jackson can run interference for them, whatever that means. And it die roll. Union owns this, so back over to Ellicott Mills. And what we're going to do is Russell and Wright are going to move by rail, thanks to our viewer who suggested it. I don't know why I didn't incorporate it into the game, but it is what it is. Now, this is interesting. They are going to burn fatigues at depending on the rate that they move. So they're going to go 1 to 20 is 1 fatigue. 20 to 40 hexes is 2 fatigue, and they're going to choose to go with 2 fatigues. So they're going to be on red. All right, and they can move up to 40 hexes. So let me minimize this just a bit and slide it over here. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Monrovia, they're going to stop right there. And it die roll. By the way, those fatigues there's no EM associated with rail movement. And it die roll, 2 die. Union wins this as well. Okay, what are they going to do? All right, Lowell, that's his situation. He might, I think what we have for Lowell is he's going to sit right there for now. Oh yeah, I think it's a good time to move Sullivan on down and put the pressure on these guys. Sullivan, fatigue, 1 die. He only gets to go 1. All right, and the die roll, 2 die. 6-2 belongs to the Union again. Sullivan again. 1 die. He rolls a 6 this time. Excellent. He's going to get through the mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a die roll. 2 die. Belongs to the Rebs. Now, this is where Jackson's going to run some interference over here. He activates fatigue. 2 die. 9. Actually, it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go right there. Move him underneath them. And the die roll, 2 die. 5, 6 belongs to the Rebs. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move not Rhodes. We're going to move just Ramsor. He's going to go to fatigue 2. 1 die plus 2. He gets to go only 3. Interesting. And by the way, you take away, he only gets to move 2, so that puts him right on top of Rhodes. Okay, because of Confederate paralysis, so that's as far as he can go. Wow, that's crazy. And a die roll. belongs to the Rebs. Okay, so those guys are done for now. We don't want to take them anymore. And so I think it's time to move. We're going to go ahead and move Eccles. Yeah, let's put him on top. Eccles. Let's go ahead and activate him. If we give him a fatigue, 1 die. Gets to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a die roll, 2 die. Belongs to the Rebs. Okay, so here they're going to move out. Let's move out. Let's see if we can look at the big picture. Where do we want to go with these? Actually, we don't want to go anywhere. How about this? Because the problem is there's 2 opportunities to make some money here. What do you mean by that, John? We are going to make victory points is what I mean. We're going to go ahead and blow this. We're going to go ahead and blow the supply station, the depot. All right, let's see how much that's worth. Let's blow the depot for Frederick. 1 moment. We'll go to this page right here to blow Frederick Depot. That is 5 points. So okay, so we're going to activate him to blow the depot, and that is Gordon. Give him a fatigue. Let's move him off the hex for a minute. He's going to blow the depot, which means we need to go get a. Let's go to terrain. Destroyed. Railroad station destroyed. That's going to be 5 points, and we'll put him back. There, that means it's no longer a supply hub, but let's go ahead and give him the victory points, which takes him up to from 87 to 92, and we're going to make a note of that. I'm keeping notes on all this. You can't see it at home. 5 points. Let me copy and paste. Control C, enter, Control V. It's turn 12. Oh, I went too far. Turn 12. And Frederick Depot. Frederick. Depot destroyed. 5 victory points. Backspace 5 and hit the save button. There we go. It all makes sense because we're keeping notes. Cool. A knit die roll. We may have another opportunity to make some points here. Maybe not. A knit die roll. 5-1 belongs to the Union. All right, Union. What are we going to do with Sullivan? I want to keep the pressure on, so let's take him to 3. Fatigue. Movement. Wow, he gets a 6, so he is going to keep the pressure on. Indeed. How about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go this route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, can we undo that? Let's undo that. Let's take it back. I think he was right there. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 2 points left. Well, Jackson, what do you want to do? Well, if he's got 2 points, Jackson's going to get the hell out of Dodge is what he's going to do. So he's going to take a fatigue, and he's going to flip manpower, disorg, and he is going to roll. He gets a 6. Now, what was his value? His value was a 1. Let me read up on this. Cal, blah 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 blah. Retreats. Cat retreats. If I was a 1 in this small force, exception Confederate units ignore that modifier. So I ignore the modifier. No, no, it's only in OTR, AGA, and SIV. Okay, so I don't ignore the modifier. So I am a small force. It's a -2. Okay, so I rolled a 6 plus the water makes it a 7. Take it back. It's going to be a 5. It's going to cost you your last 2 points. So Sullivan loses his last 2. Oh, by the way, I stand corrected. He before any of this shit happens, he has to roll EM. Here's his EM roll, and then I will allow Jackson to reconsider, but he'll have to roll. Here's the EM for Sullivan. He's a 2. He's fine. So Jackson will stick with this. Sullivan loses the last 2 points. Jackson has to move out. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, solid. And all right, so it's a nit die roll, 2 die. 2, 5 belongs to the Rebs. Ooh, this is getting kind of hectic, man, because I could see a way that Early's in trouble. So it belongs to the Rebs. What are they going to do? Wowzers. That's tough. That's tough. What are they going to do? I think that they need to go mess with Getty quickly before he can get more forces assembled. So we're going to activate Eccles. We're going to activate Gordon. And we're going to 1 die plus 2. Now remember, don't forget paralysis. He gets it 2 is an 8. Take away 1 is a 7. That is so interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Wow. Huh. That is interesting. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have Gordon. He's going to go right. Let's have him move last. Eccles. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that legal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it was. And then Gordon's going to go 2. Actually, he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to right there. So he went 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's legal. A nit die roll. If I can win a couple of nits, a nit die roll. The Union wins it. Okay, so Getty, you might want to do something to help yourself, help your situation. Getty's going to activate. He can see the writing on the wall. 1 die. He gets to go 6. That's 2. He's just going to go here. He's going to go here. 3. Oh, he's going to go right there. 3. All right, cool. A net die roll. Wait a minute. Did we actually increase his? Yeah, we did. Okay, we put him right 1, or just right here and give him his fatigue back. All right, a net die roll. 1, 5 belongs to the Rebs. Well, they had their chance to do something about Getty, but he slipped away. So what is the overall strategy with these guys? They're fatigue yellow now. Their fatigue yellow. Let's not do anything with them. What about Imboden? Do we want to do anything with Imboden? Yeah, let's activate Imboden. Fatigue, increase, get rid of his entrenchments, delete 2 die +1. He gets to go 11. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. And a die roll 2 die. 6-3 belongs to the Union. Okay, Union, I believe. Let's move out a little bit. Let's take a big look at what's going on. Let's take a look at what's going on. The Union. Oh, let's move. Did we not? We didn't get guys for. Did we roll for West Virginia? Hold on a second. I forgot if we got West Virginia. I don't even remember. What were these rolls? I'll have to go back and see if I got West Virginia. I don't think I don't know. I don't remember if I got West Virginia. The second increment. I don't believe I did. No, they're sitting there. Duh. Okay, because remember, I made 2 more videos here. All right, good. Let's activate these guys. This is just what we need. Fatigue, increase, 2 die. +1. They get to go 5. They'll travel as a. Let's get across the Potomac before we have all sorts of rain issues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a die roll today. Belongs to the Union as well. They're going to go to 2. Fatigue, 2 die. +1 is 4. They're not moving well, but you got to get across the Potomac. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a die roll today. 2-1 belongs to them again. We will take those that cav to 3. We will take them to 3. 2 die +1. They get to go 8. Okay, we'll do EMs after they move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go with that. So the first. Oh, I've got a call, which I'm not going to answer right now, but you guys get to listen to it. Tibbets. No, Wine Coop. Here's his EM. 3, he's fine. And Tibbets, here's his EM. 4, he's actually. Is this late war Union cavalry? I don't even think they do flip. One moment. Wait a minute. Move. I think it's late war Union cavalry is fine, but hold on a sec. Come on, man. I can't even get this. Extended march. Here it is. Late and early war cavalry. If the march is made by Union cavalry, AGA, or by late war. Late and early. If a march is made by any Union cavalry, battle of rebels in the White House, it's a +0, so they're fine. Okay, that was actually excellent. Okay, now that we got that pesky phone call noise out of the way, a net die roll. 2-6 belongs to the Rebs. Okay, let's go see. Let's go fine tune what they can do. McCausland, what can you do for me, McCausland? Yeah, McCausland. Fatigue. 2 die. It's going to be 10, take away 2, it's 8. And actually, he's going to go here. What is that, 6? Let's look at terrain. And he moved what, in the woods? Straight up in the woods. That's 6. And he had, what, 8? He's got 2 more. He's going to go right here. All right, a knit die roll, 2 die. 3-1 belongs to the Union. Wowzers. Yeah, we're going to activate lull, fatigue, 1 die, 2 die. He gets to go 11. You don't need it. 1, 2, 3. He'll get with him. And a die roll, 2 die. 1-4 belongs to the Rebs. Johnson, what can you do for me? Johnson. What can Johnson do? Yeah. I'm going to stage him in an area that could really help me out. Let's bring him. Actually, he's going to move to increase fatigue, 2 die. +1 is it's 8. Take away 2 is 6. He's going to move into Frederick. 1, 2, 3. Maintain a rebel presence in Frederick. Knit die roll. We're getting to end of turn. Pretty much 26 minutes in a die roll. It's 6-1 belongs to the Union. So everything over here is on the back end is good with the Union. They're all F3 forts. And moving back up here, Getty could possibly move. He's going to hold that position. He wants to wait till Wright can join up with him, which may be smart. But what we're going to do is we got to move some of this Union cavalry, like for instance, Siegel. Actually, he's not even cavalry. Let's move him. Increase 1 die. He moves 6. Solid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A knit die roll, 2 die. Belongs to the Rebs. Okay, Rebs, they're coming to get you. Oh, Vaughn, let's move him. Fatigue. Increase fatigue, 2 die. 7, take away 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3. We'll move right there. A knit die roll, 2 die. 4, 5 belongs to the Rebs. I think for the time being, we will pass. Let's wait a minute. Let's look at this. Wait a minute. Let's look at this. Take a good look, John. Let's take Gordon and Eccles to orange. Fatigue. Increase 1 die. Movement. Oh, it only pays off with a 3 and they lose 1, so it's only 2. 1, 2. No, go back. They moved in unison. I don't want that. Eccles, 1, 2. And then Breckenridge, 1, 2. Now we're going to do EMs for these guys. Eccles, here's your EM. He's fine. Gordon, here's your EM. He is also fine. We don't have heat. I got to make sure we don't have heat. No, we don't have heat. Okay, a knit die roll, 2 die. 2, 3 belongs to the Rebs. I think that they may. Let's change our minds on McCausland and actually move him back 1. All right, give him another fatigue. Increase. All right, McCausland's going to stay right there. A knit die roll. 4 or 5 belongs to the Rebs. I think they are going to chill because they got the situation with Rhodes where he can't move or he's going to lose guys. And his supply situation is abysmal. I think the Rebs are going to pass. So they pass it over to the Union. Let me take a look around. I don't want to move Duffy because they managed to not break. Let's move Siegel again. Fatigue. 1 die. 5. All right. Let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a die roll, 2 die. 4, 6 belongs to the Rebs. They're going to pass. And a die roll. No, I passed at a Union, my bad. The Union has no guys back here in West Virginia world. No one in Maryland, Virginia, that portion of in the valley over there. Looks like let's look at our I think we're gonna move Union Cavalry. That would be smart. We're gonna leave Stall there. We're gonna first New York, fatigue, increase. Actually, yeah, first New York, fatigue, to die, 6. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, right there, and then die roll to die. And did I just roll another 2, 4? Indeed, I did. Reps passed to the Union. Stall's gonna activate. 1 die, 2 die. 5, 1. It's a 6. Yeah, what are you gonna do, Stall? Well, I think we're gonna put the pressure on the Rebs. 1, 2. And go 3 more. 2. There's 5 to right there. And a die roll, 2 die. 2, 1 belongs to the Union. The Union may pass. What about 8 Illinois? 8 Illinois can move up. We're going to activate him, 8 Illinois. 2 die. Wow, he gets massive, 12. So he's going to kick it on over to, I think he's going to go to Catoctin switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. That's a damn good place to be, actually. A net die roll, 2 die. 5, 3 belongs to the Union. They are starting to put a little squeeze on the Rebs, and it looks like Harper's Ferry is completely out of the question. When Duffy's division gets over there, they will have all sorts of ways to bottle up the Rebs. That is starting to look good for them. It's really starting to look good for them. And then what you need is Wright and Getty to join forces, and that could look good. So the Rebs are in, they got problems. So what did we have right there? Is it Union Initiative still? I believe it is. And I believe they are going to pass. I believe they're going to pass. Indeed, they pass. Let's widen out. They pass. The Rebels pass. And let's go ahead and do this. So we immediately move to the supply. Both sides are passing. There was no combats, just a cav retreat, I think. Maybe, I can't remember. Let's do, everybody loses 1 off their supply. Okay. A lot of rebel units are in good supply, but one of them is in very bad supply. All right, and let's do recover. Now remember, a lot of Union units don't recover, so here we go. There's the recover button. And now let's check out the Union. We're going to start with Duffy. Duffy actually recovered. They actually recovered. Siegel did not recover. Fatigue, decrease, decrease. We'll go moving from left to right on this. First New York recovered. Sullivan recovered. Stall did not recover. Fatigue, decrease, and the exhaustion comes off. Flip. All right, and the sword comes off as well, so they're in good shape. 8 Illinois, take that fatigue off. All right, and moving on the other side of the Rebels. Wright, yeah, he recovered. Lowell, I don't believe recovered. I don't believe both of these guys recovered. So they both lose their fatigue. They both lose their disorganization. and they both use their, oh, wait a minute, one loses his demoralization, and they both lose their exhaustion. Okay, great. Is anybody else need to recover? Getty, you did nicely, and the Rebs. You know what? Damn it, I forgot to roll for friggin'. I forgot to roll for foraging. Then I gotta know what their values are. So let's go back in time. Let's go back in time until the friggin' the rebels gain fatigue again. There it is, right there. Okay, so we have to do this. Maryland is 3 as far as the. I can't believe I gotta do this again because I forgot to do their foraging. All counties in Maryland are 3. All right. All right, so let's do this from Vaughn. We'll start with Vaughn. He needs a 1 or a 2 to increase his supply. He gets it. He gets it. Vaughn gets his supply hooked up. All right, Vaughn, where are you? He gets hooked up. All right. Johnson. Well, he's on a depot, but the depot got blown up. So Johnson, he needs a 1 or a 2. Doesn't get it. All right. Early, Ramsor needs a 1. Doesn't get it. Rhodes needs a 1 or a 2. He gets a 2. Rhodes, you get your supply back. He rolls a 1 or a 2. I'll be damned. You are in supply, my man. Okay, the red check comes off, and we go over to Rhodes and hook him up with supply. All right, that is very good. They needed that to happen. Now, Eccles, he's not eligible because he's at 3, and neither is Gordon. Jackson needs a 1. Nope. Imboden needs a 1 or a 2. Doesn't make it. McCausland needs, is he in Maryland? Yes, he indeed he is. McCausland needs a 1. He doesn't get it. Okay, so overall, the Rebs do not do well in foraging, but the one guy who really needed it got it. So that's all that matters. Now we're going to do the recovery. Okay, so now I got to go back and fix the Union guys again. Okay, Duffy's good. Siegel, lose that supply. Decrease. Okay, we'll go do them all again. 8 Illinois, fatigue, decrease, stall, okay, flip him, decrease, and give him disorganization out of that. All right, good. Sullivan is good. New York is good. Okay, so we move on to the other side of the rebels. And Getty is all right. Wright is correct. And then these 2 guys, I got to do a lot of shit too. Fatigue, decrease. Get rid of their exhaustion, get rid of their disorganization, and this one needs to lose this demoralization. Okay, that was a lot of work on them. All right, let me minimize so I can check out the scene again. Remember, before you hit recover, you gotta deal with foraging. That's the name of the game. So we're moving right along here, and basically the only thing that happened as far as victory points, the Rebs picked up 5 for blowing up Frederick, the Frederick Depot. But what you notice is they weren't able to levy Frederick. They weren't able to levy Frederick, and they may not be. What's the levy for Frederick? Let me go get that. They wanted to be able to do it, but they weren't able to get it done. Levying Frederick. Hold on. Levying Frederick. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, Frederick can't be levied. No, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. It's 8 points. That's huge. That's huge. That's 8 points. All right, so that is massive, but they got Rhodes out of supply hell, which is the biggest thing that probably happened during the turn. So, anyways, oh, and we got to add up. Do they own any? Uh, do they? I think they still own Frederick West because they got a lot. They have a unit. The union does not own the county seat, and they've got like Ramsar and Rhodes are 12, Eccles and Gordon are in here, so they're going to get a +3 for Frederick again. Let me go down to the news and make another entry here. Control C, enter, Control V, and make that Control V. And make that a 2 instead of a 1, backspace, and save. And now we got to go add 3 points to the victory points. So it is, so they're now at 95. They're now at 95 victory points. All right, so let's roll out of here. Big news is I was able to do this video after 2 false starts. Third time's a charm. Let's take a look at this. So the Rebs maintain control of Frederick. They maintain they still have points for Frederick West, but notice how the Union is putting a little chokehold on them. They're on both sides of the Rebs. The Rebs, it's looking like they want to escape southwards across the Potomac. But the best thing that happened to them is that, like I said, Rhodes got his supply back, so they may be able to move quickly and get the hell out of there. I don't think they're going to be able to levy Frederick because you need to have a infantry unit that has a manpower of 5, and the other thing is that unit needs to have no fatigue. So they could move Gordon or Eccles back, but that's not the point. They need to escape across the Potomac into Virginia, or they've got to head south is what they got to do, and they got to do it quickly. So again, I'm John. I'm out. That was a pretty interesting turn, and they're going to get better. Can't wait for the turn 13. It only lasts 19 turns. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Bye bye.